Hello, everyone. I hope your day is going well. I thought I would present some tips for baby witches that are just starting off in the craft. So let's begin. Number one, never mind the labels and aesthetics. As a baby witch, you have a lot of stuff to learn and a ton of paths to explore, especially early on. You're probably learning all about your ancestry for folk magic. You're learning about new mythologies and religions and which gods and goddesses pull to you. You're learning about nature. You're possibly learning about astrology. Basically, you got a ton of stuff to learn. And you've only got so many hours in the day, so don't worry so much about conforming to a particular look or to a particular label. Basically, those looks and labels early on will just stifle you. I recommend just exploring and then picking a label when it feels appropriate. Number two, learn to sense and direct energy. Now, learning to sense energy is kind of like meditation. You close your eyes and you see what senses come to you. Maybe you feel something, maybe you hear something, maybe you can see something in your mind's eye when you close your eyes and see what energy patterns emerge. I recommend Matt Oren's book Psychic Witch for essentially learning to tune in. But this might start to come to you intuitively as you practice. The other things I can recommend is to learn how to direct energy, in which case there are a couple of exercises I can recommend. One is grounding. You essentially close your eyes, you imagine roots growing through your feet, and you imagine the excess energy of your body flowing down through those roots into the earth. So that's grounding. And then for charging and benediction, if you want to enchant an item to bring you good luck, for instance, simply hold the object in your hand and imagine it charging with possible positive energy and your intent. So this is what more advanced witches mean when they say set your intentions. Is imagine your item charging with energy and charging with your intention. So those are the very basics of energy working. And I think as you get more advanced as a witch, you can start to get into more advanced energy workings. Number three, cross-check your correspondences. When you're writing your herbs or your crystals in your book of shadows, whatever you choose to use, this one is mine. Basically, don't just rely on one source. Rely partly on your own intuition, and also look up multiple sources. If you cross-check multiple sources, you'll often find what commonalities exist in different people's interpretations of that herb or crystal, and you'll find correspondences that are applicable in multiple contexts, which, good magic should be applicable in multiple contexts. So yeah, that's my tip for that. Number four, explore open traditions and look up which traditions are closed. It's hard to find good sources on this, but the upshot is generally that an older tradition that's created mythology, like Greek Hellenism or Egyptian mythology, it's probably open, and if a tradition requires initiation, like for instance voodoo or Santeria, it's closed. I will say this does get somewhat muddy with like ancient Mediterranean magic, which goes into occultism, which goes into a lot of modern magic. So like, for instance, Kabbalah appears in multiple occult traditions despite being ostensibly a Jewish practice. My advice is use your best judgment and do research carefully. There are some traditions you might not want to use, and there are some traditions that you just can't use unless you've been initiated. So yeah, do what's appropriate. Number five, enjoy your spiritual life. Basically, spirituality should be something fun. It should make you laugh. It shouldn't make you cry. Don't do offerings to gods that make you offer more than you can. Don't interpret absolutely everything as some sort of spiritual correspondence. Basically, make your spiritual life fun and interesting, but don't make it take over your life. In chaos magic, there's a really good banishment, which is simply just laughing. You do a spell and then you laugh it off. That's your banishment, and that closes the spell. And the reason why laughter is such a good banishment is that it's readily available, and it immediately grounds you in your own experiences and your own better judgment. So basically, laugh lots and don't take everything too seriously. And with that, I say, Siete Benedetti. Thank you very much for listening. And I hope all of you baby witches out there have a fantastic day.